Honestly, my dream engagement ring was a heart-shaped diamond. But since it didn't happen, it's an emerald cut. I'm gonna put it in my dream wedding ring. Jeremy and I were planning to put 2 heart-shaped diamonds, which signifies me, my heart, and Angelo's heart. And then this one's gonna be God in the middle, just like in our relationship.
My dream ring is the one that looks like the one from the Lord of the Rings movies because I'm a big fan of the series. I want Just God Angelo engraved on the inside of the ring.
For Angelo, he wanted something classic, and we further personalized it by creating a special logo for him and Jasmine. We created 4 studies for the couple, and they chose the logo concept that embodies being together.
DG represents our 10 years together.
Dream girl for me, and then dream guy for him, and then dream God for God.
So I was very inspired by what Jazz wanted for her wedding band. She wanted a modern look, and I thought it should go beautifully well with her emerald cut engagement ring. So I designed a thin band around it. I gave her 2 options, and this is what she chose. I wanted to design something that represents Jasmine as a modern and unique woman. I wanted to create something that captures Angelo's personality and his special relationship with his dream girl, Jasmine.
Wow. What I love most about Dearest is the easy step-by-step process in making our dream rings. The process is very convenient because everything was done online.
Yes, you just described our inspirations to Jeremy, and now it's here! Come to life! Thank you, dearest.
Thank you, Dearest.
It's made with love and passion. I can feel it.
I got my dream ring from Dearest.
Welcome to Worldwide Weddings TV, hosted by Miss Jennifer Janae Rabe of Ask Janae Today. You're definitely in good hands. A seasoned and professional host and certified wedding specialist. Definitely the industry's best. Watch out for our weekly episodes. You'll be excited to watch them all. This is where you can have fun while learning how to plan your special day. Brought to you by Worldwide Weddings PH. helping Filipino brides and grooms around the world.
Hello, Philippines, and hello, world! Isang magandang gabi sa inyo galing sa Australia. Yes, nasa Australia pa rin po tayo. Welcome to Worldwide Weddings TV, guys. We are an online TV show that talks about wedding planning. So whether you are a DIY bride or do-it-yourself bride, or kahit meron kang sariling wedding planner, we invite you to come join us every Thursday night and Sunday night. So happy Sunday sa lahat. So that you can learn wedding planning while also having fun. My name is Janae Rabe, professional host, event planner, certified wedding specialist, and of course, AJT Events Management, also known as hashtag Ask Janae Today. Ayan. And so sa lahat ng ating mga viewers right now, lalo na sa ating mga soon-to-weds, please comment in the chat box. Yes, nakamute ba ako? Hindi naman. Okay, please comment in the chat box so that we know where you are watching from. All right. Hello, good evening, Miss Nay. And good evening to everyone. I see we have a lot of viewers. Don't be shy, guys. Comment in chat box where you are from because all of our commenters will get a chance to win a Worldwide Weddings merch. Okay? So, magko-comment ka lang, you get a chance to win a prize. Okay? So, don't be shy. Just say hi, say hello. All right? And sa lahat naman ng viewers natin who are soon to weds, of course, congratulations to all of you that you are just engaged. And I am sure that you will love the episodes of Worldwide Weddings. Not only this episode, by the way, but even all of the past episodes and future episodes as well, because all of them will help you in your wedding planning. And we have our upcoming bridal fair. Malapit na guys. So it's happening on November 18, 19 at the Atelier and Co. in number 2 Alexander Road in Singapore. So if you are a Filipino in Singapore and you are planning to get married in the Philippines, then you will be very excited because we are flying to Singapore. Yes, pupunta po kami sa Singapore. So makikita nyo po kami, makakausap nyo yung mga iba't ibang suppliers. And of course, we would love to encourage you to consider booking them for your event. All right. So bago tayo mag-dive into our topic tonight, which is going to be an exciting discussion, let's give thanks to our sponsors. All right. So starting off with AJT app, the first and only events booking and review app in the Philippines. Aja Deliveries, the more than just deliveries, a delivery concierge. And of course, BNI Supreme, of which I am the growth coordinator. BNI is the most successful business referral organization of its type in the world. And our gold sponsor, yung video na napanood natin kanina, Dearest, which is your partner in wedding rings. Okay, so bukod doon, syempre ang ating bridal fair, if you are a soon-to-wed guys, I'm gonna post the link right now because our interactive virtual expo is available. You guys can enter and the link I believe is bit.ly/SG Bridal Fair. Tama ba ako? I hope I'm correct. So that's bit.ly/SG Bridal Fair. We flash it there so you can enter our virtual expo and you can check out na all of the different vendors that are inside. Okay, and then during the 18 and 19, if you are joining the hybrid bridal fair, kahit na nasa ibang bansa kayo, kahit wala kayo sa Singapore, then you will still be able to interact with our suppliers through the hybrid platform. All right. So, time check muna tayo. Singapore, 8 o'clock p.m. Dubai, 4 o'clock p.m. UK, 1 p.m. US, 8 a.m. And in Australia, where I'm at right now, it is actually 10:10 p.m. All right. So, okay. Hello. Basahin natin yung comments. Hello, Miss Aisa. Tama ba? Aisa from Singapore. I love it. Thank you for watching us. And marami pa tayong episodes na darating, so make sure that you watch it every time because you will surely learn something. Good evening to Krisha, to Diana, and to all of our viewers. Again, don't be shy. Comment in the chat box. Okay, so as I mentioned, tonight's discussion is going to be an interesting one because we're going to be talking about event venues. And hindi lang isa ang ating guest for tonight. We actually have two very special guests. So, let me bring them on stage. First up, the CMO, okay, of a historical event and wedding venue in the heart of Las Piñas, ladies and gentlemen. Siyempre, di ba? Casa Aguilar. No other than Mr. Nigel Aguilar.
Hello, world! Hello, Philippines!
Yes, hello
Welcome!
Nigel. We always love that you are part of Worldwide Wedding. So good evening to you. And then our next guest, sabi ko nga, dalawang ating guest. Panel discussion tayo tonight, guys. She is the president of the Tarlac Event Suppliers and the Tarlac Convention and Visitors Bureau. And as a museum practitioner, she is also the regional representative of the Central Luzon Association of Museums for the National Committee on Museums. And with her experience in the different fields of the event industry, she has poured out her passion, expertise, and knowledge as the center manager of the Aquino Center for almost a decade now. Ladies and gentlemen, palakpakan natin Miss Karen Nina Laksamana Carrera.
Good evening, everyone. It's nice to be back here at Worldwide Weddings.ph, especially with Sir Nigel. Hi, Sir Nigel. Nice seeing you
Hi. Hi,
again.
Karen. We missed you so
Yes.
much.
Oo nga.
I know, right? And so this is gonna be an amazing episode because we're not just gonna talk about, syempre, both of them, they own their own venues. We're not just gonna talk about their venues, it's not about like selling the venue. It's more of we want to educate all of you who are watching right now. Ano nga ba ang mga dapat nating tanungin or dapat nating i-consider before we pick our venue? So ang topic nga natin, ready to book your wedding reception venue? Question mark. Wait, don't do anything until you ask these important questions. Oh. So, pero wait, bago tayo mag-dive in dyan, syempre, gusto ko munang mabigyan kayo ng pagkakataon to talk about your events venue and maybe a little brief history on how your events venue started. So, parang this is your moment to promote your respective venues. All right? So, let's start with Nigel.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Janae, for welcoming me in. So about Casa Aguilar. Um, before speaking of historical, so let me share you what's so special about this place. Okay. My parents and her siblings used to surprise this as a gift to my grandparents. So this mansion. So because they show a tribute and of course a thanksgiving in a way that my grandparents had contributed a lot to the Las Piñas residents and the neighboring cities as well. So that house been there for more than half the century until um, when my uh, grandfather uh, does his service, did his service actually as a politician and a physician, of course, a doctor. So it really helps a lot with the community. And until when my grandmother passed away, so it really affected my grandfather because of his deep love for her. So he got repressed and stayed up in his room. And for how many years been there in the room? So didn't get out, didn't want to focus on the political projects or activities. But the people outside, the residents, they are trying to encourage him, comfort him, but nothing works. So he passed away, and fortunately, that was the day of Valentine's Day. So they were
Wow.
able to see each other in heaven. So that's the
Wow.
beauty of Kasakilar.
Love
So
story made in heaven. So now, on
yeah,
Valentine's Day, nag-unite si Lolo and Lola.
yes. So here, So we decided that we want to convert this Casa Aguilar into an event space. So we started
Yeah.
this last 2017. So we're now in 5 years. Imagine
Wow!
that.
Amazing! Grabe na, just 5 years na pala yun, 'no? Amazing. So guys, if you hindi niyo po natatanong, so, AJT Events, Ask Janae Today, yours truly, has been part of Casa Aguilar since its inception. So, napakaganda ng history talaga. I love it. So, alright, let's go naman to the Aquino Center, Miss Karen.
Hello, good evening. Okay. Historical ang kanyang kwento. I'll shift a bit. Okay. The Aquino Center is actually created uh, in for the main project of the center is actually the museum, the Aquino Museum, which houses the memorabilia of Ninoy and Cory, which is all that which we know are icons of democracy, and we also know that their love for each other is so deep na after even after the death of Ninoy, Ni- Cory continued the passion that Ninoy was trying to fight for, which is to fight for the democracy in the Philippines. Ganon niya kamahal si Ninoy at ganon niya kamahal ang ang Pilipinas na he stood up and continued on what his with which her husband started. Um, the Aquino Museum and the center itself has been here for 10 years na. Sorry, 20 years na. Ako pala ang 10 years. Been here for 20 years. It's been well known in the province of Tarlac as one of the best events place in the province and one of the biggest also. Very spacious. It's well known for its architecture, which was designed by one of our uh, national artist for architecture, which is Francisco or Bobby Manyosa. Um, our venue is right in the in Hacienda Luisita, and it's very near a few it's very near the main roads of MacArthur Highway. At the same time, for those who are coming from Manila, it's just a few kilometers from the Exitex Luisita exit. So it's very convenient for both for taga Tarlac and also from different provinces. Since Tarlac is in the middle of Central Luzon, we have a lot of weddings and clients who comes from different, not only from Tarlac but also from different nearby provinces. And sometimes they meet there halfway. So may mga taga Pangasinan and then may taga Pampanga or taga Manila na ikinakasal, and they do it here in Aquino Center. The Aquino Center has a lot of venues to offer you from the grand ballroom, which is indoor, and we have also the museum lobby, which is a smaller indoor venue. But we also have the outdoor, especially right now na mas nauuso na ang outdoor venues because of the pandemic. We also have the garden. The nice architecture of the Aquino Center makes it more pleasurable, not only for the eyes of the guest or for the couples mismo. That's why they always choose a Kino Center, but also for the suppliers, because the way it is done, it's easy for them to work, uh, especially in terms of styling. Gustong gusto na yung style because of the high ceiling and the way it is structured. Um, and of course, as I mentioned, since it was made by the design was made by one of our national artists, um, it is really compared to other places of other venues. There's this elegance attached to it. There's this name that's attached to it, and a lot of people would really like na, ay, sa kayo kinasal? We got married at the Aquino Center. So besides the museum, we have the event venues to help us also maintain our museum. So there.
Nice. Guys, and I also had the privilege to see both of the venues. So I'm very happy na I can actually speak from the heart. So nakita ko na how the Aquino Center look like as well as Casa Aguilar, of course. All right. So guys, we have some set of questions here. Maybe I'll add a few questions here and there. But so right now, no, because the people who are watching us are not just people na live, no? Some people are also watching on replay. So sa mga team replay dyan, comment kayo sa chat box. So I am sure that every soon to wed is always thinking about paano nga ba ako pipili ng venue. Okay, so my question to you would be, okay, syempre magkakaroon kayo ng parehong sagot. So sasabihin ko na lang at least two. Give two lang, okay? Give 2 points that makes a venue a worth it place to consider. Kasi sobrang daming venues na pwedeng pagpilian, di ba? Sobrang dami. So ano yung, in your opinion, 2 important points for a couple to consider? So, pag sinabi nyo ng isa, huwag nyo nang, yeah. Give a different answer, okay? So, sino ang unahin
Mauna na.
natin?
Mauna na
Ladies,
ako.
unahin natin si, Miss Karen. Okay, Miss
Ah,
Karen.
Ako, whenever I have clients and they're choose their
Kumbaga nandun sila sa evaluation stage, 'di ba? Yung parang
yes.
exploring pa lang, nag-evaluate pa lang sila. What are 2 points you'd say?
Okay, number one is uh they either consider what are the top most priorities in their wedding.
Mhm.
Like we would have clients na ang ano nila, ang main goal nila is magandang bihisan ang venue.
Okay.
Parang ganun yung ano
Decoration.
sila.
Okay.
But in terms of
Decoration.
decoration, they want to put trusses, they want to put swags, they want to have this kind of setup. So that's one. Most of the clients that I see, yun ang nakikita ko. That's why they prefer Aquino Center in terms of setup.
Mhm.
Next, another reason is the convenience for them and for their guests.
For the guests,
So,
yeah.
like, may mga guest kami or clients kami na ang bisita nila is coming from Manila. So,
Mhm.
ayaw nila na sobrang layo or if they come from Manila, they exit. One of the main exit kasi is Hacienda Luisita exit. So, gusto nila agad nakikita. Hindi
Mhm.
yung yung hahanapin pa. Kasi may mga venues na wala sa main road or
Mhm. Mhm.
nasa mga inner barangays of the province or
Mhm.
nasa main poblasyon ganon, which will be more difficult to find. So may
Mhm.
mga yun yung two things why they always consider Aquino Center. One is because of the elegance and the height, yung
Mhm.
nakapaglaro na maraming mga stylists na nakakapaglaro ng designs nila. They
Mhm.
become so
Mhm.
the yung creativity nila, which gustong-gusto ng mga brides natin. And then
Yeah.
yun nga, yung convenience, paghahanapin na, especially if their guests are coming from outside, and also the facilities, 'di ba yun? Yung guest nila will be comfortable and won't have a difficult time looking for the venue. Ganun.
Yeah.
That's the
So,
top
syempre sabi ko nga na-experience ko yun, no? So, from south to north. Oo. Hindi po ako
yes.
naligaw. Oh,
Yes.
hindi po ako naligaw. From south to north, yes.
Tsaka
And
mabilis lang.
mabilis lang, yes. Thanks to
Yes.
the, ano na nga tawag sa kalsada na yun? Skyway, tama ba ako? Yung
Yes,
skyway yung
Skyway.
ano. So, thanks to that, yeah. Okay, how about you naman, Nigel? To add to that, ano yung 2 things that you would say that would make a venue worth it to
Yeah,
consider?
so actually, what Karen mentioned, that what came into my head, yung location, convenience, but I will add na lang the other one. So, the convenience of the church going to the reception is really important for all the guests and the couple as well. So that is one thing to consider. What Karen mentioned is the distance, the conveniency of the guest. That's good, and but the church is really also part of it. So the second one is um, memory is really important. So if your family finds this place that fits their personality or character, so like they have their childhood years, they see each other, or maybe boyfriend, girlfriend saw in college. So if they find this place a good place because it's part of their memory, then this place is really good for you. So it's not just because it's all about the setup, but they have some meaning behind it. So, and
Yeah.
that's really important. So, yan ang
That's
dalawa.
that's
Memory
nice.
and
Yes,
church
that's
location.
Yeah, na sobrang good. That's so good, no, guys? Minsan, ito, common mistake to dun sa mga brides. Sobrang na silang na-excite dun sa venue. Tapos hindi nila na-consider ano ba yung church na
yeah,
malapit. Di
that's
ba
true.
minsan gano'n? Tapos nabayaran na nila. Tapos parang, oh my God, ang layo pala.
Layo
Parang it
pala,
takes one
oo.
hour. Gano'n. Tapos paano na? Either you cancel the church or you cancel the venue, no? So, guys, kung kayo ay nasa, evaluation stage, very important yung sinabi ni Nigel, how long does it take for the church? So quickly lang. So, in your location, Miss Karen, how many churches within, or hindi pala, ano yung radius ng location ng mga churches, church or churches in your venue? Within
Uh,
10 kilometers, 15
oh,
kilometers, medyo
yes,
malayo na yata yun. Ten
yes.
kilometers?
Actually, kasi here in here in the province, kasi I think
Oo.
almost every barangay has their own parish or two. Uh, and then like for Aquino Center, there are already two main parish near our area.
Mhm.
Then that's less than
Which
a
is in what
kilometer.
distance? In what
Which is
distance?
less than a kilometer.
Ah,
That's less
wow,
than a
okay.
kilometer. Yeah.
Okay.
And then the next one would be even the one beside our place, our house, would just be like 3 kilometers.
Okay,
And then
okay.
there would be one again after four. And then
Uh-huh.
the next one would be 5 kilometers.
Okay.
Siguro yung malayo na one of the yung mga in a different town na
Mhm,
popular
mhm.
din. Yun medyo I can't say in kilometers, but I would say about 30 minutes away from Aquino Center. That's
Okay,
the
which is not bad.
part.
It's still possible. There's still weddings na 30 minutes away. Carry pa.
Yes.
Oo. How,
Sa
yeah.
amin, sa because of in the province kasi, and as I mentioned, we're in the main thoroughfare. So talagang
Uh-huh.
malapit lang yung mga churches sa amin.
Right,
Um,
right.
yun nga,
Accessibility
ang
talaga.
pinakamalayo na would be yung 30-minute away. And we had previous weddings na galing sila doon. And then, doon pa rin sila sa Aquino Center. Because they really
Mhm.
wanted to do that wedding in that church. And at the
Yeah.
same time, they really wanted the wedding at Aquino Center. So talagang
Yeah. So hindi nila
travel
na-let
nila.
go. They did both.
Yeah, they did
Yes,
both.
ayan. Okay. And then for Casa Aguilar naman, so I think if I'm not mistaken, there's about mga 4 or 5 churches. Tama ba ako, Nige?
Okay, syempre I'm going to show. I created a map in Casa Aguilar that ranges to 15 kilometers, or I would say 30 minutes to
Pinakamalayo,
1 hour in a
maximum.
distance. So that's why.
Mhm.
So I put all the churches, that is 9 churches, so within that
Right.
boundary. So people can have access wherever they feel to choose from there.
Yep, yep. Yes, okay, guys. So, definitely an important point to consider. So, now, when couples, syempre, sa simula, no, isipin nila, simple lang yung wedding namin, ganyan, simple. Parang ano eh, no? Lagi na lang natin naririnig yun. Simple lang naman yung wedding namin niya. So, word of caution guys ha, yung simple sa mata nyo may not be simple to others. Iba-iba yung definition natin ng simple. So, don't
That's
expect
true.
that everybody will understand what simple looks like to you. So for sorry, for couples, when do the couple need to give their final head count? Okay, what is the last possible date for their change? And does it matter? Is it important for you to know na, oh, from 50 guests naging 150 guests na kami, ganyan? Is it crucial for the venue to know this important detail? Or sasabihin, kasi may iba ditong mga ano, mga clients na pilosopo na, kahit naman maliit or malaki, nabayaran naman natin yung buong venue eh. So, okay na yun, di ba? So, what is it important? And if yes, when do they need to tell you kung ano yung number of guests nila?
On our end, it becomes important when they are near the maximum capacity. Or
Okay.
kasi, like for us, we have the museum lobby wherein we accommodate until 150. Okay? Kung nasa 150 na sila, tapos ang bigla nilang nag-decide na
Ginawang 200.
magdadagdag ng 200, masikip na. Okay. And then, of course, yung, but the grand ballroom, if they book in the grand ballroom, and they say they start with 150, okay lang yon. Bigsan sila ng 200, okay lang yon. With us, it's okay. But we still request them to let us know para also securing the parking area para alam namin na okay, we're expecting this number of cars, we're expecting this number of people. So kami rin, we are ready na ganito kadami yung tao. And then I think it's also very important, especially for our co-suppliers, especially the caterers, ganon. Ang hirap kasi na biglaan na dumami eh. Usually, when we work with our co-suppliers, they would always say na, ma'am, let them know na at least man lang when it comes to food and styling, at least a week or 2 weeks before the event. Okay? Kung it's just an additional 10 or that means just additional one table, two tables, ganon. Pero if it's like plus 50, plus ano, ganon. Like actually, a while ago I had a meeting. Nung first meeting namin, sabi niya, Ma'am Karen, simple wedding lang 50. Sabi niya ganon. Tapos noon, although kasi I knew the family, sabi ko, are you sure 50 lang yung guest mo? And then um, she was booking the smaller venue. Then I told her, why don't you, right now kasi ngayon, kahit konti, they want it spacious.
Yeah.
Then ini-style na lang ng stylist to make it less, para hindi magbukang kakalog-kalog. So, later on, naging 100 siya. So, kanina na nag-meeting kami, 200 na siya.
Kita mo na, yan yung sinasabi ko, simple. 50 to 200.
Oo.
And kailan ang wedding niya, Miss Karen?
Ano yun?
Kailan ang wedding niya?
November 11.
Okay.
But yun nga it's nice that we are also in touch with them na talagang we've been in touch with them since she started booking, and I've been helping her also. Sabi ko, kasi kami una niyang linapitan. So parang, kasi sabi niya, we just want a simple wedding. Sabi niya gano'n. Sige, Hako, what's your thoughts? So I helped her na rin, and then referred to her some of our co-suppliers. And then, ito nga sabi niya, 200 na po kami ngayon. But it's okay. At least,
Your
matagal pa.
advice.
Kaya
Yes.
pa siya. And then,
So parang you're saying 1 to 2 weeks is a good timing for you and your co-suppliers.
yes. As
Yes,
long as it's konti lang yung additional mo. Pero pag yung additional plus 50 ka na, medyo mahirap na yon. Especially if you chose the smaller venue. Di ba?
Right. Kasi
Kaya
baka
ngayon,
mamaya lilipatan mo, hindi na available.
that's true yon. So, kaya yon.
Yes. How about you naman, Nigel?
Wow, that's good, huh? Daming sharing ni Karen, huh? So actually, that's really important to find out what is really the maximum capacity for a venue. That's really important. So always ask, never say the minimum, always the maximum. The
Yes.
people that can accommodate the venue. So that they can limit themselves. Secondly,
Mhm.
there will always be a number of days. But for Casa Aguilar, we do have a policy that's been there for 5 years. So we make sure that their guest count, not subject to reduction, is supposed to be due on 15 days before the event date.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm,
Why? Because the caterer might feel
Mm,
pressure. It's really
mhm,
yeah.
important for the caterer to take time to for the setup.
mhm.
Naman, di ba, the equipment tables, they need more time to assemble all these to accommodate the guests. So we don't want to pressure them. So we give them 15 days before the event. So
Yeah.
napaka-importante yan. And of
Yes.
course,
15 days,
when you make
guys.
final this counting, always remember that there will always be an additional charge for that. So the
Yes.
Yes.
couple should watch out on that.
Oo, tama. I love it. Guys, if you're watching right now, take note of these important things kasi I like what Nigel mentioned, no? For the changes is not for reduction, because
Yes.
Yeah.
whatever you said is the number is your number. So kaya nga
You're
on the
guaranteed.
part is your guarantee, no? So that's why on the part of the event planner naman, no? So number one, we find out kung ano yung maximum capacity, and then number two, kung ano yung minimum guarantee, di ba? So then you can start with the minimum, and then habang lumalapit ka, then tsaka ka na lang magsabi kung lalapit ka na ba dun sa maximum. Because mas madaling magdagdag, mahirap
Yes, I'm
magbawas.
magbawas. That's true.
Yes,
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 that's
tama
true.
yan, guys. And so there are some couples na dyan sila na ano tawag dyan, yung nagkakamali or nagugulat kasi parang inisip lang, sige 150 guests, ganyan. Tapos pagdating sa 100 lang pala sila. But you can't reduce na kasi. If you reduce, you'll be charged more pa. So kaya something to think about, guys. Okay? And so, okay. So I have next set of questions. Pero before that, I just want to show a commercial. So can we play our commercial of our AJT app? So it's all in beta version now, guys, but we want you, of course, to know about it para pag nag-grand launch tayo, then you are fully aware. Okay? So let's commercial muna tayo of AJT app.
Okay, see you back.
Yes, and we're back. Okay, congratulations sa lahat ng mga nag-download na ng app. Yes, okay. Watch out for our grand launch. Okay, so let's go back to our discussion. And I think this is a good, my next question is very good kasi kanina we were just talking about, sabi ni Miss Karen, in her venue now, dumadami yung may gusto ng outdoor. Right? So dumadami yung may gusto ng outdoor. So my next question is, if outdoor ang venue, and I know both of you have outdoor venues, what is your policy pagdating sa inclement weather or yung ibig sabihin yung yun nga medyo maulan? Ayan. What is there a backup location and what's your policy like whose responsibility is it? Ayan, ito medyo gray area kaya magandang napag-usapan natin to. So let's start with Miss Karen. Go ahead.
Okay. We've had a lot of activity of garden weddings kasi nga they really like the area for both ceremony and reception. Um, pag but mas marami yung choosing it for ceremony than moving to the grand ballroom for the reception. Um, our experience with the garden, especially if it's both reception for both ceremony and reception, days before, especially with thank you Lord for weather apps, nakikita na natin ano yung possible na weather. And sometimes we ask them at least to decide 3 days before. Especially if it's rainy season. We give, in our contract kasi nakalagay na doon na ano na dati noon nakalagay lang na we are not liable if it rains. But then I realized uh, we should help them in terms of organizing their weddings kasi they will do it in our venue and you want it to be memorable. So we gave a 3 day parang suggestion na on the 3 days before the event you try to check the weather with kasi minsan nalalaman na natin kung may bagyo, especially for bagyo. Okay. And then meron ng chine-check din weather. Minsan ang ulan, pag constant, medyo mas mahirap yon compared to there's just a 10%, 40% of chance of rain, which could just be a drizzle, ganon. Yun, makikita mo na sa weather app. So, may iba, they don't take chance. Na pag nakita na nila na on 3 days before, nakita na nila sa ano, and ayaw nilang masira yung talagang yung wedding nila. Kasi nakita na namin yung hirap na naglilipat. Kawawa, there was a time na naglipat talaga kami. And buti na lang, libre yung kabilang venue. Kasi there are times na, especially pag December, minsan double booking kami, double, triple booking. So, hindi mo malilipat pag ganon. Pero pag may times na, yun, pag may chance of rain, we offer them the indoor venues. But of course, it's stipulated in the contract that they will have to pay what is the amount of the indoor venue.
Right.
Pero may iba talaga nasa puso nila ang garden venue. And then pag sinasabi na namin, it's their choice.
Mhm.
Hindi namin pipilit yun. Kasi meron talaga akong mga clients na nakita na namin, it's gonna rain. Talagang, no ma'am, I'm gonna pray. We are gonna pray that it won't rain. And it does ganun. Siguro sa mga ano ko, once or twice pa lang talaga yung buhos. Yung
Mhm.
talagang buhos na nagkaroon kami ng ganyan. Then the rest, they were able to decide to move before it rained or days before it rained. Yeah, before the
Okay.
rain. Ang good
All
thing
right.
is we have a venue and we have an indoor venue for that.
That's right, guys. So that's an advantage, no, that the venue of Aquino Center has both outdoor
Yes.
and indoor. Okay,
Indoor.
but you did mention that if they do transfer, they still have to pay the cost
Yes, of
of the
course.
of the indoor
Yes.
venue. Okay, that's clear, guys. Okay, how about naman for Casa Aguilar? Okay, what is your policy
Yeah.
on inclement weather, and is there a backup
Um,
location?
yes, same application with Karen actually. And there's one to take note. Please remember what Karen mentioned. It is up to the client's decision to make whether they have the heart to hold their outdoor venue. And also, even during the inquiry and during the finishing details, we always remind them paulit-ulit to make sure that whatever happens, if they're not interested to put a tent for outdoor in case if there's inclement weather or for protection and they wanted everything open, we always warn them to um, what do you call this, to give them protection and guarantee for safety of everyone. Now, so we give them a backup choice that is the venue transfer policy. Like what Karen mentioned, there will always be a charge. So for Casa Aguilar, we already have a charge of 20K to for transfer. That is just for the venue only because the price of the indoor is much different from the price of the outdoor. So there's a difference to it. Even if there are different rate, the difference to it is what you give the venue transfer policy. Now, secondly, is please take note that not just only the venue rate, also watch out for the additional charge of the suppliers, the caterer.
Yeah.
So you
Mm.
have to take note because the caterer, you have to charge them bringing all the tablecloths. What if nabasa na? So we
Yes.
cannot expect this to happen. We cannot make
Mm.
plancha-plancha agad. This is not
Mm.
a genie effect. Okay, dry agad. O, di ba? So you have to embrace it. So that's what we always remind the client before the start of the event. So always
Yes.
remind. So in the very most important policy here is we will not be responsible for whatever happens for Casa
Mm.
Aguilar and especially supplier because it is the decision of the client.
That's right.
Yan.
Yan, guys. So kaya, medyo yung mga gusto ng outdoor venue dyan, you have some considerations na kailangan gawin. Kailangan talaga i-embrace mo talaga the risks that come with choosing an outdoor venue.
Yeah.
Yes.
All
Tsaka,
right. Let's
may,
yes,
may
sorry.
I add yun? Kasi 'di ba na-mention ni Sir Nigel na yung transfer cost. Kasi yun yung minsan hindi there was this time,
Hindi nila napaghahandaan.
yeah, so sometimes they talagang we tell them already na there's a big chance of rain and everything. Tapos yun talagang gusto doon nila kasi sa sa ano sa garden. And then later on, I saw that talagang pinipilit nila tapos nauulanan. Tapos yun nga, there was two incidents na talagang basang-basa ang mga suppliers. And then what was good was cooperative yung mga suppliers. I mean, kahit basang-basa na sila, sige, transfer pa rin. Pero at the same time, yung buti na rin din yung may yung mga guests medyo considerate. Pero there was one na hindi sila medyo nainis, ganon-ganon. Bakit daw bakit daw hindi pa tin-transfer, mga ganon. Eh, syempre, ano yun ng client, di ba? So, ako lang ang rinirecommend ko talaga is yun nga, pag-isipan nyo. And then yun nga, before, we don't charge na, well, we charge for the venue use. But before, parang, charge lang namin yung lipat. O kunyari, venue, kunyari 10,000, kunyari lang, 10,000 to, sa kabila 20,000, parang additional 10 lang. Then I realized, hindi sila, masyadong may iba talagang day itself, an hour before, or even during the event, yung bago siya lumakad, bigla niyang naisip na, lipat na lang tayo. On, syempre, di ba, nangarag lahat ng tao and everything. And then, before it rained, kasi start drizzling. So sabi ko ganun, parang unfair for the suppliers. So starting nun, we charge na lang na, you will charge you double venue kung hindi ka magde-decide ng maayos, parang ganon. Then, yun. So, kung kumbaga, I think it helped. But it also encouraged the
To
couples
really make a decision, what do they
to make
really want?
decision. Yun.
Yeah, so to make yes, yeah, that's good. That's good. So okay. So here's my last question here, guys. So in your venues, in your respective venues, can the couple use candles? O to medyo madami to. Candles, confetti, sparklers, fireworks, animals, lawn games, yung uso ngayon yung mga bounce houses, food trucks, or ano yung tawag to, insert your own fun but possibly dangerous responsibility in your venue. Tama ba yung pagkabasa ko? So, ibig sabihin, all these different activities, pero may posibilidad na, to take your venue at risk. So, which ones are okay and which ones are not okay for your
Sir
venue?
Nigel naman.
Nigel, yes, let's start with Nigel.
Alright. Alright, kala ko expected ko si Karen mauna. From the very start, si Karen una.
Ayun na, ikaw na
Talaga
muna.
ako na, ha? Alright. So, actually, to be honest, if you're speaking of a venue, it depends on the city ordinance or the barangay ordinance. That is true. So, for Casa Aguilar, because it is located in Las Piñas, we do have an ordinance, what we call Oplan Iwas Paputok. Can you translate that in Tagalog? I don't know. But in English, for short, it's firework
No
bans.
fireworks.
Okay. All right. So somehow, of course, we ban fireworks. So anything that is really heavy. So fireworks, firecrackers, fire lantern, unless, okay, there is always a precautions. You can do fireworks outside, but do not let the clients or the guests do it. But someone who is
Professional.
yes, security or maybe will take in charge because they are already experienced on fireworks. So let them do the job. But if you want the guests to do this, I advise to use sparklings, a little sparklings or confetti. What do you call that? Poppers, poppers or sparkling. There's
Sparklers.
few
Sparklers.
sparklers, yeah, so that it cannot burn or it cannot burn with your hands. So that is fine. That's good. So as long as it's not really heavy, so we follow because if you don't do it, there will always be a violation. There will be charged for like as high as 5,000 pesos with imprisonment of not more than 6 months. Nakakatakot yun, kukulong ka for not more than six
Grabe, with
months.
imprisonment talaga. Seryosohan po ang no fireworks policy. Okay?
Yes, di ba? So we encourage the guests to use light safety fireworks, just sparkling or confetti or small things, but not heavy. So if you want really heavy dragon fireworks, we encourage someone else to do it for you. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. All right. How about naman for the Aquino Center?
So for
Which
the
ones
Kina
are,
Center,
yeah.
well, let me see. Indoor, definitely, kahit cold fountain, na lagi kini-question sa akin yun, hindi pwede. Even sparklers inside, pag indoor, and even candles, basta posibleng magkaroon ng fire, hindi pwede. But since we have a garden, okay, we have a garden. For example, they request na after the wedding, after the reception, they're gonna have it in Aquino Center. Remember, our area is quite big, Janae, di ba? Medyo malawak siya. So, may areas na pwedeng mag-light ng fireworks. Before, this is an incident. We had one incident that I said, ang requirement ko is professional. Okay, so kasi nag-start na uso-uso. And they said, oh yes, it's professional, sabi. Ganon. So, hindi ko naman masyadong pinapansin. Ganon. And then, munti ka ng, nangyari dahil di pala siya professional, nag-stumble yung fireworks. Di ba yung dragon, ganon, bumagsak. So, it went to the people. Kahit malayo siya, ako pa naman very particular ako. So kahit malayo siya, ang trajectory ng fireworks is really is
Yeah,
really up.
malayo.
It's supposed to go
Yeah.
up. So
Oo.
it went to the guest. So buti na lang we were ready at saka hindi naman siya nasunog Pero after
Yeah.
that incident, I had one rule. There's a fire truck on standby.
Ready on
Two rules to have.
standby.
One fire truck on standby, and number one, it's a professional talaga. Kasi meron naman mga professionals eh. So yung sasabihin na, hindi, magla-light lang kami ng ganon. No, hindi na namin papayagan kung yung family lang magbubukas na ganon. Hindi namin pinapayagan. So, rather professional. And then, there's permission from there's permission from the barangays. Yun kasi sa kami, malalapit yung mga barangay sa amin. So there's permission from the barangay. So yun naman kasi lalo na nung nauso talaga ang fireworks, um, yun ang ginawa namin. So we adjusted, but we told them, you still, if you really want it, you're willing to pay for a firework, you pay for for a professional to do it and to get a fire truck on standby. Kasi pag nasunog ang museum, patay ako.
Yes. Yeah.
So
Oo,
yun.
na-imagine ko na.
Yeah.
Yun talaga nasa isip ko kanina. Shucks, pag nagkasunog sa akin na center, my gosh. Kasi napunta na ako doon, di ba? Nakita ko na
Yeah.
lahat ng
Oo, di ba? So,
Yeah.
kaya
Yes.
yun.
talagang crucial.
Ito,
Yeah.
add ko lang there's one thing to add. If you're gonna use the outdoor banner, make sure never use fireworks if it's really a pure garden or pure landscape. Unless if it's cemento, that's fine.
Ah,
Okay,
yes,
take
Mm.
note
it's
because
cemento.
Casa Clara, there's
Yeah.
cemento. Okay,
Yeah.
Oo,
pero
oo.
please, if it's a garden, may damo, please never use
Oo,
fireworks,
kasi
whatever
pwede pa din
happens.
siyang
Oo.
masunog. Yeah.
Yes, yes,
Alright.
Like
Okay.
like kami, I have a rule. Isa pa is it should be in the cemented area. So,
yes,
ang mangyayari, the cemented area is also a parking area. Then I will
yeah,
tell the guest na mababawasan kayo ng parking area. So, you know
yes.
that. Wala magko-complain na wala na kaming parking, gano'n, gano'n. Kasi you requested for a
Exactly.
fireworks and you want that
Uh,
one. Priority mo si fireworks, hindi yung parking ng
Yung mga
mall.
parking nila.
Oo.
Yeah.
yes,
Oo.
tama.
Alright,
Ito,
guys,
ayan.
grabe. This is a really productive and really insightful discussion. I hope that if you're watching this right now, that excuse me, na may napupulot po kayo for your wedding planning. Okay, so
Yeah.
last set na to, guys. So final words or final tips that you want to give to our viewers, other than the things that you've already mentioned kanina. Okay, final tips for our soon to weds and all our viewers in choosing their venues. Go ahead, Sir Nigel.
All right. Okay. To give you a general tip, not a specific tip, just look into the word court, COURT. Okay, try to search what it means. Okay, take down notes or whatever notebook, phone with you. Go ahead. So always remember letter C, cheap venues. If you look into cheap venues like government, library, buildings, public places. So if you look into letter O, that is the outdoor venue. Okay. Letter U, unique venues. So anything with fantasy, palaces, or I remember Janae, there's one supplier who has venue with different countries. I can't
Different
remember.
countries, yes.
Yeah, so that's one. It's an example of unique venues. And then letter R, recreational venue. So if you have boyfriend, girlfriends that meet each other in the gym, then hold your wedding in the gym. Or na-meet kayo sa library, then hold in your library. If it's in the school,
Stadium, pwede ba yun?
yeah,
Stadium.
yeah, stage room, ayan. It depends on how you feel. And lastly, traditional venue, which is like us and even the Aquino Center. So, and especially the hotels. Yeah. So yan ang advice ko. Check out on choose which of these five court.
Court, alright. O, di ba, guys? Meron kayong tatandaan. May exam. Yan. Okay, how about you, Miss Karen? What's your additional tips for all our soon-to-weds?
Ako, because in general, it's really more on you look at what's your priority, and then will this priority of yours, will it will it be working hand in hand with the venue that you want. You don't just choose, oh, ito na. Don't most mali kasi ng mga tao is they only think of the number of capacity. Kaya na yan. 100 kasi don't just look at the capacity. Look at the overall. You talk to your event coordinator, you talk to your co-suppliers, and also depends on the activities. Kasi yun nga, I had, like for example, you wanted the fireworks. Pero indoor siya, it will not be, if it's your dream, hindi mo makukuha yon. So don't just look at the venue because of its capacity, but look at the other aspects also. Kasi like right now, ang sipag ng ang mga brides and grooms ngayon sa pagpipili ng mga ng mga suppliers nila. Pero minsan yung venue hindi nila masyadong pinapansin kasi ang isip nila, basta 100 capacity, okay na yon, or 150, okay na yon. Hindi dapat ganon. You look at your activities. Are your activities fit sa ano mo, sa wedding venue rin? Yung comfort din ng ano mo, ng um, ng mga guest mo, or your comfort din. Remember, this is always what they say. Sometimes they say yung venue lang yan. But don't forget, your guest will not remember the name of the caterer. Most of the time, they remember where you got married, the church that you got married, and the reception where it was held. Yun usually ang naaalala. Hindi nila naaalala, madalang na sasabihin, sino yung caterer ng wedding na yon? Or sasabihin, sino
It's the
yung
location. It's
it's
location.
the
Where did they get
location.
married? Yeah.
Yes, where did they get the church and the reception? So it needs to be really well planned. Pag gusto nyong maalala nila ang inyong
Yes.
wedding, para kumbaga your guest will be the one who will also add memories to your wedding. Hindi lang yung kayong dalawa, but later on, your friends, alam mo ba ng wedding mo ganito, ganito, ganito. Later in the years you will hear that, and you would love it. Mas ma-appreciate mo yung wedding mo hearing it from from your guest. The things they appreciated from your wedding. Yeah.
Yay! Thank you so much, Miss Karen. Thank you so much, Sir Nigel. Okay. So, guys, of course, both of them, they are part of our hybrid Singapore our SG hybrid bridal fair. Okay. So, do you have any promotions during this period? If any of our soon to weds would like to consider your venue, if they book you within this, of course, our bridal fair November 18 and 19. Meron ba tayong mga promotions? Yeah, I'm putting you on the spot. So, Nigel, ikaw muna. May promotions ba tayo?
Okay, for promotion for Casa Aguilar, okay. So we'll stick only the venue only, not the in-house package, okay.
Okay.
So because the price of Casa Aguilar is 90K, that includes the sound system and plus the two rooms and the live stream. So we give 70K. That's same policy for all with the two rooms and the sound system and the venue.
Wow. All right.
So
That's a good discount, guys. That's a huge discount. Okay, how about the Aquino Center? Any promotions?
So right now, since as I mentioned, nauuso ang two venues in one incident, in one wedding, whether it be for ceremony or for cocktails. Uh, so we'll give a discount if you book the grand ballroom and additional the garden or the museum lobby for your ceremony or for your cocktails. Okay. Um, and at the same time, you can have a free prenuptial within the gardens of Aquino Center. Yeah.
All right. Okay, great, great promotions. And of course, if you book the Aquino Center or Casa Aguilar, you also get a chance to win 100,000 pesos.
100,000 pesos.
All right.
Yay!
So every
You know,
yeah.
1,000 peso purchase, guys, you just have to follow the instructions so you can register your booking. Every 1,000 is equal to one raffle coupon. Okay. 100,000 pesos. DTI registered po to, promotions. Okay.
you know,
Thank you, guys.
may I add lang, Janae? You
Yes.
know, Nigel and I have been with you for a long time with this worldwide
Yes.
weddings. You know, I always tell my those who book in Aquino Center, when they have questions, I would always tell them, you look at the site of Worldwide Weddings PH, they
Mhm.
have features of how to choose your suppliers properly. And I would tell them, and they would say, Ay, ma'am, nakita ko nga yung sinabi niyong ano. So, sabi ko, not only about venues, also about catering, about gowns, everything. Everything you want, you need to know about uh, getting the proper supplier. So, ayan. Thank you very much, Worldwide Weddings PH, di
Yeah,
ba?
yeah.
Yes, thank you. And of course, sabi ko nga, I love these two suppliers. Talagang very, very good venues talaga sila. So, one in Las Piñas and one in Tarlac. So, ayan, di po sila magko-compete for that. Yes. And so, okay guys, dahil matagal na kayo dito, meron tayong script sa huli. So, I will say the line and then you will say around the world. Okay, sa last part. Ay, wait lang, meron pa pala tayong raffle. Okay, sige. So let's spin the wheel. Ito yung mga viewers natin for the whole week. Let's see who will be the winner. Spin the wheel, please. Spin the wheel, please. Ayun, no? Congratulations! Krisha, congratulations! You got yourself Worldwide Weddings merch. Congratulations. All right, so
Yeah,
again,
congratulations.
please remember to like our Facebook page and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Just like sabi ni Miss Karen, marami pa kayong matututunan not only in this episode but in all the other episodes. And if you have a topic that you want us to discuss, send us a message so that we can produce an episode specifically for that. So again, watch us every Thursday and Sunday, same time. And why not join our community as well? That's WWPH community. And now we will. Okay, all right. So, yun na pala. So, nanalo na si Miss Krisha. And if you're a Filipino anywhere around the world, then this is definitely the channel to be Thursday night and Sunday night. All right. Again, my name is Janae Rabe. Thank you for watching Worldwide Weddings TV, helping Filipino brides and grooms.
Around the
Around the
world.
world.
Thank you and good evening. I love you guys. Bye.
Good
See you on
evening. Bye. See
Thursday.
you.